This is what's left of a major bridge in the US city of Baltimore after it was collapsed by a container ship. Emergency teams have rescued 2 people in the water, but 6 individuals are now presumed dead.
Everything so far indicates that this was a terrible accident. At this time, we have no other indication, no other reason to believe there's any intentional act here. Personnel on board the ship were able to alert the Maryland Department of Transportation that they had lost control of their vessel, as you all know and reported. As a result, local authorities were able to close the bridge to traffic before the bridge was struck, which undoubtedly saved lives. And our prayers are with everyone involved in this terrible accident and all the families, especially those waiting for the news of their loved one right now.
Governor Wes Moore has declared a state of emergency for Maryland and is working to quickly deploy federal resources.
Our administration is working closely with leaders from all levels of government and society to respond to this crisis, and not but just by addressing the immediate aftermath, but also by building a state that is more resilient and a state that's more safe.
Shipping from the port has been paused indefinitely as officials scramble to clean up the wreckage. The tragedy could even impact the worldwide supply chain, with many cars and light trucks brought in through the city.
It might be possible to divert some of the traffic to another port, like Port of New York, but what's different about Baltimore is instead of everything being in shipping containers, some of these cars, some of these vehicles are roll on, roll off. So they're literally just driven onto the cargo ship and then driven back off, which obviously takes a lot longer than simply moving containers with an automated crane system.
The Port of Baltimore is one of the nation's largest shipping hubs. And I've been there a number of times as a senator and as a vice president. It handles a record amount of cargo last year. It's also the top port in America for both imports and exports of automobiles and light trucks. Around 850,000 vehicles go through that port every single year, and we're going to get it up and running again as soon as possible. 15,000 jobs depend on that port, and we're going to do everything we can to protect those jobs and help those workers.
A long road of recovery ahead as the city grapples with this unthinkable tragedy. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.